This explains a lot, and it's another reason why America needs to look at your life. Because this is your leader, Donald Trump. He went on the offensive, this time ranting about Tim Walz, former VP candidate, governor, and black people, the black. President Trump is doubling down after his offensive rant over the Thanksgiving weekend, targeting Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Here we go, play it.
In that same post, you mentioned Tim Walz, and you called him what many Americans do find an offensive word. Do you stand by that claim of calling Tim Walz?
I think there's something wrong with it. Absolutely, sure.
Because you don't think
you have a problem with it? You know what? I think there's something wrong with him. Anybody that would do what he did, anybody that would allow those people into a state and pay billions of dollars out to Somalia. We give billions of dollars to Somalia. It's not even a country because it doesn't function like a country.
That's your president using a word we don't use to describe certain people, a certain class, a certain specialized group of people that ignorant our word. Okay. I don't know why the reporters, I hope, and I'm not suggesting anyone harm anyone, but to cover this behavior, you need actually to carry some mace. His words are that venomous. It's an assault every time he opens his mouth. So what prompted the question over the weekend? Well, during the same time period, Trump made a long Truth Social post targeting both Governor Tim Walz and Representative Ilhan Omar. I mean, I understand you can't stand these people. They probably don't like you either, but keep their names out of your mouth. What's so hard about that? His post reads as an example, hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Somalian gangs are roving the streets looking for prey. Is you sure you're not talking about ICE?
That's literally not even the full tweet either. I just have to put that out there.
Whatever happened? Why did they change that rule where it was just a certain number of characters and it just kept it concise? If you want to call someone a butthead, you say butthead. And you don't have many characters left. This is allowing us to be abused, even scrolling, being abused. I understand it's his own platform, but there's more. There's more. As our wonderful people stay locked in their apartments and houses, hoping against hope that they will be left alone. Seriously, there's that word again. Governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz, does nothing, either through fear, incompetence, or both, while the worst congressman, woman in our country, Ilhan Omar, always wrapped in her swaddling hijab. God, America, you can make this stop today. It might take, I don't know how long. Please look up how long it takes for an impeachment and conviction. This can be over, is my point, relatively quickly. He's running out of gas. And from what I've heard, remember the court case, there's a lot of gas with this guy, a lot of gas. And who probably came into the USA illegally, in that you are not allowed to marry your brother. Does nothing but hatefully complain about our country, its constitution, and how badly she is treated. That's you, bruh. That's you complaining about how badly you're treated. Well, you have all the riches and all of the treasure, and you knock down the, what is it, the East Wing he's knocking down? It's sick. How about projection? And yes, it's a very long dissertation. What he posted is a dissertation. And Walz responded to Trump by urging him to release the results of his recent MRI. You see, you don't need many characters to respond to this foolishness. Can we get just a little bit of your records? President's posts, which triggered Walz's sharp reply, claimed hundreds of thousands of refugees from Somalia are completely taking over the once great state of Minnesota. Release the MRI results. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 words and a period. That's all it took. 4 words. And that said it all, didn't it, Jackson? I mean, that said it all. It said everything that needed to be said by this unhinged person. Can we see the results of that MRI? and not by Ronnie Jackson, the doctor who had some issues, and maybe there was smelling of alcohol by his colleagues, and there was alleged pill popping going on, but by a real doctor. I nominate the Cleveland Clinic, perhaps the Mayo Clinic. What say you?
Well, I mean, Donald Trump is just in over his head with absolutely everything. When he sits there and talks about how much money we give to Somalia, because that's one of the things that he said in the rant, but you just gave $40 billion to the failing nation of Argentina that's ran by a man who looks like Austin Powers. And you're continuing to support the government of Israel in every single last thing that they do. You're waging war with Venezuela right now, but then you also just pardoned the ex-president of Honduras, who was a drug dealer, Juan Hernandez. So he's just all over the place. It's almost a guarantee that he's going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. He's a hypocrite through and through. And one of the biggest reasons he is because he literally just doesn't know anything whatsoever. You talk about Tim Walz, and
he's how could someone do something like that to the once great state of Minnesota?
And that's the same play he runs every time. The once great publication, the once great state of, the failing New York Times. It's all the same thing. When Tim Walz is very popular in Minnesota because he's implemented programs that make people's lives better. Whether it be programs for kids at school lunches, helping to raise wages, codifying abortion rights into law, and just doing generally positive policies that help everybody, whether you're Democrat, Republican, whatever. So of course he doubled down on what he said because that's what he does.
It's what he does, and that's not even a complete list of the things that Tim Walz has admirably done as a governor. And we don't listen, this isn't about supporting Governor Walz. It just means that you are so far below everyone. I mean, he also put feminine products in bathrooms for women, okay? And I salute that. That's just one other thing. While you, Mr. President, are name-calling on your goofball platform, okay? Palling around, at least you were, till he offed himself. That's what they said, he offed himself. Sex traffickers, okay? That's what you were doing. You were eating McDonald's, tweeting ignorance on Cinco de Mayo and Taco Bell. And other people some of them are trying to do their job, including Representative Ilhan Omar. It's just, again, America. This is not a Shonda Rhimes drama.
You probably married her brother. She's an illegal in that.
And then he went on to explain it.
Right.
It took me almost 4 minutes to read that tweet out loud, by the way. That's how long.
And I thank you. The team wanted me to read it before airtime, but I had other things to do, like stare out the window and pet my cat. Okay? I didn't feel like reading it, okay? Unless I put it through chat or Gemini to interpret it. And I don't even care if it comes back with a phantom response. This is just dumb. It's dumb. It was dumb. The person who put it out there was dumb. The response was masterful. The results of the MRI, please. And at this point, that's not just a clapback. I do think we actually need the results of the MRI. We actually need it. We are not safe if the man who is occupying currently 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, which has tarps and it's a construction zone, but we're not safe as long as he's there.